I received your homework, Alekbar. Okay. Good. Let's start. Alekbar, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good. I received your homework. I had a look. How about test one? Did you also receive test one?
Yeah.
And when are you going to do test one? When will you do test one? Hello, Alekbar. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when are you going to do test one?
Mm,
Okay. This Galaxy Tab S6, who is it? Hello.
hello.
Who are you? This Galaxy Tab S6.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, Selen, can you hear me?
Yes, I do.
Good. So is my voice clear?
Yes, just I joined from my computer for the camera and for the microphone from the iPad.
Okay. But this Galaxy Tab S6, is it yours?
No, I don't know this.
Oh, okay, maybe somebody else. All right, guys, let's start then. Okay. Professor Ibrahim, welcome. Good to see you.
Hello.
Hi. Guys, let's continue. Selin, Al-Akbar, Ibrahim. Let's have some, let me just start, okay? Maybe after 20 or 25 minutes, when you get a little bit tired, we may have some discussion. And after that, if you have any questions, I'll try to answer. And we have some break for like 5 minutes. And again, we will continue our class. As you remember, we were talking about algebraic equations and simple inequalities. And today we will focus on solving word problems involving equations. Okay. And you'll just see that actually when we are just given equations, I mean, solving equations is much, much easier than solving word problems, right? Because when we are solving word problems, we need to read it, we should understand this. And after that, we have to convert this into algebraic equations. Then we have to solve this. So you have to go through like 3-4 steps to get to the results. And that's why a lot of students actually they experience a lot of difficulties in solving word problems. So why am I saying this, Selin Ibrahim Al Akbar? I mean, you need to focus on these word problems more than solving equations, okay? If possible, in your assignment, is in your homework, try to solve every word problem. Maybe equations, if it is easy, you can just do one and skip one, but these word problems, do not skip any question. And you will see that actually as you practice more and more word problems, you will improve your problem solving skill a lot, okay? And also soon you will see that this actually will pay off a lot to you. Anyway, guys, we were talking about this, we stopped here quickly. This is just warm-up exercises, and next and after this we will focus on solving word problems, okay? Let's just do them quickly, guys. If possible, if there are no people around you, keep your microphone on, okay? When I ask a question, you have to answer quickly, okay? Because we are going to do these questions together. Salim, Salim, let's start with you. After that, Ibrahim. After that, Al Akbar. Using the letters suggested. So these letters are suggested. Then when you are solving the problems, you have to suggest your letters yourself. Okay, but here already suggested, so we are going to use these letters. So construct a simple formula in each case. Selin, read it and tell me your answer.
Okay, so the sum S of three numbers A, B, C.
So
Just to tell the numbers
you need to
randomly.
construct a formula, right? You need to construct a formula. So the sum S of three numbers A, B, C. How do you express this algebraically?
S equals to A plus B plus C.
That's it. Ibrahim, next. But let's do this a bit faster, okay? The product P of two numbers, X and Y.
X and Y, P equal X multiply by Y.
Very good. Al Akbar, C. Read the question quickly. Your microphone is off. Can you unmute your microphone, Al Akbar?
Okay. Okay.
The difference, right?
D.
D.
Okay. The difference between the eggs of two boys. One begin a years old and the others a years old.
Okay, E years old.
Mm,
One being A years old and the other E years old. So what will be the difference between these boys' age? It will be, what is it? A minus E, right?
A.
Or difference will be E minus A. Because right now, who is older, we don't know. So we have to actually consider both cases, okay? Because if A is young, older than E, at that time we will use this expression for this difference. If E is older than A, at that time we use this expression for the difference of their age. Selin, the next question, the area A of a semicircle whose radius
Area
is
A of
R.
semicircle. I think A equals to air divided by there's no air,
Actually,
maybe air by air
if you are
or
given a
divided by air.
circle, radius is R, what is the area of the circle? It is pi R squared, right? But here it says semicircle. At the time, half of the circle. So that is half of the circle. That's 1
So
over 2
air by air.
pi R squared. Okay? Because guys, we are going to use these expressions a lot in the next chapters. I mean, from now on. That's why you should understand very well. Continue. Ibrahim, your turn. Quickly read question E and tell me the answer.
The cost of
Cost.
MX, the cost of MX and at 12 cents each. Uh, mm,
So you are buying n
12
eggs. Each egg is 12 cents. How much do you pay in dollars?
dollars.
First, we
In
have to
dollar,
convert this cents into dollars, right? Because here we are saying dollars and here cents. And 12 cents is equal to 0.12 dollars. And if you're buying M eggs, how much do you pay? In total, you will pay 0.12 M dollars, right?
yes.
If you buy one egg, then you have to pay $0.12. If you buy two times 0.12, you have to pay $0.24. Okay, Alakbar, question F.
The average age of four boys whose ages are
AIDS,
M
Ibrahim.
and
Alakbar, AIDS. Whose AIDS?
age
Age.
ages are M N P and G years.
Q years. Q years. Okay,
Q.
we are talking about four people. And the first guy is M years old. The second boy is N years old. The third one is P years old. And the fourth one is Q years old. How do you find the average? That A equals what?
M plus
N plus
N plus P plus Q.
over
4.
4. Very good, right? In general, and also in math or statistics, we call this mean. Okay, that means the mean of these numbers, M and P and Q, or the average means mean, the same thing. So the average of these boys, we should just add these numbers and divide by the number of numbers. Here we are talking about 4 people, we should divide by 4. If you're talking about 10 people, we should divide by 10. Anyway, Selin, your turn. How about question G?
The vertical angle of an isosceles triangle whose base angle is y of the power of degrees. This is degrees.
So the vertical angle x degrees, right, of an isosceles triangle whose base angle is y degrees. Of course, to solve this kind of question, first we have to draw, right? If you draw this isosceles triangle means two sides are equal.
Same.
So we are talking about this. These two sides are
But the
equal,
sum is
right?
180.
And what's the vertical angle? The vertical angle is this angle. So that one is x degrees. And the base angle, actually these are the base angles. It says that it is y degrees and the y degrees. So the question is, what is this x
X
degrees
plus
in
y
terms of
plus
y?
1 will be 180.
180 minus 2
180 on the sum, like
2y degrees, right? Because we know that in a triangle, the sum of the interior angles, x degrees plus y degrees, that's equal to 180 degrees, right? The sum of the interior angles of any triangle is 180. So from here, we have to solve for x. This y plus y, it is 2y. Take to the right-hand side so that x will be equal to 180 minus 2y degrees. Ibrahim, your turn.
Yes, the time in minutes for a train journey of a horse, B minutes.
Of
Uh,
A hours and B minutes.
a horse, 3 minutes. So
So, but your
time
answer must
in
be in minutes, right? So T equals,
T, yeah, T equal A and hours, B minutes. A plus, no, wait, okay,
yeah, actually
hours.
this one is A hours plus B minutes, right? Actually, if I
Yeah,
just write it, it's a bit messy. So immediately, how do you change this A hours? We know that 1 hour is 60 minutes. 2 hours is
yeah,
180, 120. How about if you have A hours is equal to 60 A minutes, right?
yes.
So here we have 60 A minutes plus Here we have B minutes. B, actually the unit is minutes. Okay. So actually, if the train journey is 8 hours and B minutes, so if you just express this in minutes, it will be 60A plus B minutes. It's like changing dollar into cents or hours into minutes, right? All right, next. Alekbar, the total cost, T dollars here, of D chairs, you're buying D chairs at P dollars each, and the C tables at Q dollars each. Okay, this is algebra. Here we are practicing how to use variables, right? So how much will you pay at the time? The total is T, right? How many chairs you are buying? D, each one is P dollars. So we have to pay D times P. Plus you are buying C tables and each one is Q. So we have to pay C times Q. And actually the unit is in dollars, right? For example, if you buy 5 chairs, each one is $4. 5 times 4, you have to pay $20. And you are buying 3 tables, each one is $8. For example, 3 times 8, that is $24. Altogether, what is it? 20 plus 24, that's equal to 44. Okay, Selin J.
A car travels X kilometer hour for P kilometer and makes another journey at Y kilometer H like hours for Q kilometer. Find the total distance per kilometer the car travels. I think so. X kilometer plus Y kilometer.
So X kilometers, right? And Y kilometers. So the total distance is X plus Y kilometers.
The
All right.
formula for the average speed, um, H plus H.
The formula for the average speed. So let me just write here, average speed is equal to what? In general, how do you find the average speed? Average speed is total distance traveled over total time taken, right?
I think so. X plus Y in brackets and then multiply by H.
X plus Y over
H.
H. What is H?
Our.
R?
Our.
No, Selen, here, average speed. Actually, what is speed? Speed is equal to distance over time. And how about the average speed? Average speed, let me just write here first. Average speed is equal to total distance traveled and over total time taken.
But we don't know exact time in this situation.
So now we will find this. Here, you traveled X at a car travels X kilometers per hour for P kilometers and makes another journey at Y. Actually, here at is missing here. I will correct this. It should be a car travels at X kilometers per hour for P kilometers and makes another journey. Let me just correct this immediately. Just a second. Okay. So a car travels at X kilometers per hour for P kilometers, right? So from here, how do you find the time taken for this journey? So the T1 is equal to distance over, distance over speed. What is the distance? It is P. And how about the speed? It is X. And how about for this journey? Let's say this T2, that's equal to distance over time, speed. What is the distance? It is Q here. And how about the speed? It is Y here, right? So I know the time here. So here the total distance traveled, that is X plus Y over, what is the total time? For the first journey, you spend T1 hours. For the second part of the journey, you spend T2 hours. So the total time is T1 plus T2. But actually, we have no information about T1 and T2, right? What is given here is X and P and Y and Q. So we have to express everything in terms of the given variables. So now let me just substitute these values. Here we have X plus Y over, what is T1? T1 equals P over X. So here we have P over X plus, how about T2 is equal to Q over Y. So that's equal to Q over Y. Okay, that is the formula for the average speed for this question. In general, what is the average speed? Average speed is total distance traveled over total time taken. Okay, that's it. All right, let's continue, guys. Writing algebraic expressions. Let's also do these questions quickly, and we will focus on solving problems. How many days are there in 5 weeks? Ibrahim?
Yes.
How many days?
Yes. How many days? Works.
So that is, we know that 5 weeks.
Multiply 7.
Each week, actually, we have 7 days. So that's equal to 35 days. Now, how about if I ask you the question, similar question, how many days are there in n weeks? At the time, as I say here, number of weeks, so it will be, what is it, 7 n days.
Yes.
All right, so writing algebraic expressions. A girl is now 10 years old here. How old will she be 5 years later? So let's answer this question quickly here. 5 years later, now if she is 10 years old, she will be 10 plus 5, 15 years. So 5 years later, she will be 15 years old. B, how about T years later? So now she is 10 years old. After T years, she will be 10 plus T years old. Question C, how old was she 3 years ago? C, 3 years ago, since now she's 10 years old, 10 minus 3, right? Going back means subtraction. So that's equal to 7 years old. So 3 years ago, she was 7 years old. D, how about her age X years ago? X years ago, so she was 10 minus X years old, right? Now, the other question, what are the possible values of X? Can X be 15? Selin, can you answer this question? What are the possible values of X?
Of the question.
Yeah, the last question, what are the possible
15,
values of X?
I think 15, from the air, a question, 15 minus 10.
No, Selin, first, can you answer the first part of the question? What are the possible values of X? Can you tell me all possible values of X? If you look at this Selin, if you look at this Selin, it is 10 minus X, right? And when we talk about the age, it should be always non-negative, right? Even it should be positive number, because we don't say that I am negative 2 years old. I am negative 5 years old. We don't say that, right? So actually it starts from 1. And even we don't say that I am 0 years old. So that means that this 10, to make sense, this 10 minus X should be greater than 0, right? So when it is greater than 0, if you just take X to the left-hand side, so 10 is greater than X. So what numbers are less than 10?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So that is 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? So if we are talking about the past, it should be at least 1. and maximum it can be 9. Okay, because when you just say like X years ago, we don't mean that 0 years ago, right? It should be at least 1 year ago, 2 years ago. So these are the possible values of X. Now looking at this, we can answer the question. Can X be 15, Ibrahim?
Yes, 10x be it's 14.
Ibrahim, are you playing a game?
No.
Sometimes, I see a lot of students, they just turn on their camera and mute themselves and play games at the same time they listen. Okay, I'm just kidding. So can X be 15? No, because here, do we have any 15? No, these are all the numbers, the possible values of X. So it cannot be 15. Next, a car travels at a speed of 55 kilometers per hour. And how far will it travel in 2 hours? Again, actually, this is distance formula, right? Distance equals speed times time. Yes, Selin?
55 by 2.
Times 2, right? 55 times 2, which is equal to 110 kilometers. So if the car travels at this speed for 2 hours, then it will have traveled 110 kilometers in 2 hours. How about in T hours? What will be the distance traveled by this car at the speed? It will be 55 T kilometers, right? Just speed times time. Our speed is 55 T. We don't know. It can be anything. All right. Selin, can you read it?
If you are planning for a year, so rise. If you are planning for a decade, plant trees. If you are planning for a lifetime, educate people.
Very meaningful quotes, because if you sow rice, for example, right, if you grow rice, maybe it takes 4 months, 5 months, and after that you can just collect rice, you can eat and finish. And again, next year you have to sow again. And it says that if you are planning for a decades, so you have a plan for 10 years, decade means 10 years, right? Plant trees. And trees takes a bit longer time, right? Maybe from the, how to say, young trees, if you plant now, it takes like for 3 4 years to grow, right, to be mature, then it starts yielding fruit. And after that, maybe 5 6 years, you can collect the fruit. After that, the trees get old, again it stops yielding fruit. And how about if you educate a person, like for example, you are getting education, and who are providing you this education? Your parents, right? Your parents for you, they find teachers, they are trying to arrange these classes so that you can get good education. And once you get educated, that is actually, how to say, you will use this education the whole lifetime, right? Because you are going to get education until the age of maybe 20 or 25. After that, you don't stop, but it will be much slower. At that time, you just use what you have learned. And that's why it says that if you are planning for a lifetime, educate people. Okay, guys, this part is enough. Let's have rest for 4 minutes. Okay, break. After 4 minutes, we will continue. Okay.
Okay.
All right, gentlemen and lady and gentlemen, let's continue. Okay. Now, what we have done previously is we are just preparing ourselves to solve word problems. So now we will practice solving word problems. As I told you earlier, these questions are many, as you practice more and more word problems, you will feel a lot of confidence in yourself. Okay. And that's why, once again, I suggest you to solve as many word problems as possible. Equations, if it is similar, you can just do one out of maybe two, three questions. But this word problems, every problem is usually different. Try to solve every word problem. So one of the most powerful mathematical tools to solve a problem is by using an equation and solving it. What does it mean by using an equation and solving it? That means that using algebra, because algebra is a tool to solve problems. All right, so we will look at the problems and practice a few problems. After that, we will see. So when I subtract 3 from a number, the result is the same as if I had halved the number. Find the number. The first one, for example, how do we model this question? It says that if I subtract 3 from a number, right? So usually we have to introduce a variable. And after that, using these variables, we will actually connect all other variables, form our equation, then solve this. So here, if I subtract 3 from a number, I don't know this number. Let's say it is x. And the result is the same as. So we are subtracting 3 from x. That's the first part of the question. The result is the same as. It means that it is equal to. If I had half the number, and if you halve the number, what is that number? We are talking about x. It is the same as 1 over 2x. Find the number. To find the number, now we have to solve this equation, right? To solve this one, let me just multiply both sides by 2. Here I have 2 times x minus 3 is equal to 2 times 1 over 2x. Expand the left-hand side. It is 2x minus 6 is equal to x, right? Now we take unknowns to the left-hand side, 2x minus x, and constant number to the right-hand side, it is 6. So dot, 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 that unknown number is 6. That is a solution of this problem. And how about the second part? The second part, it says that the sum of two consecutive odd numbers. Okay, what is important here is you should understand the problems. You should understand the terminologies used in the problems. Otherwise, the problem may be easy, but if you don't understand, still you cannot solve this. We know that the two consecutive odd numbers is 64. What we mean by this? We know that odd numbers. This is 1, 3, 5, dot, dot, dot. These are odd numbers, right? Actually, here 3 and 5, these are consecutive odd numbers. 1 and 3, these are consecutive odd numbers. Consecutive means one followed by another, right? So assume that the first number is n. What will be the second number? As you see here in this pattern, the difference between these two numbers is 2. So next number should be n plus 2. So we are talking about these two consecutive odd numbers. And it says that the sum of these consecutive odd numbers, that is n plus 2, is equal to 64. The question is find the two numbers. So now, until here, that's really important. After that, solving equation is much, much easier. So if you simplify the left-hand side, n plus n, that's equal to 2n. Here we have 2. On the right-hand side, we have 64. Now, to eliminate these 2 from the left-hand side, we should subtract 2 from both sides of the equation. Here we have 2n and 64 minus 2. Now, also we need to eliminate this 2 from the left-hand side. Since it is multiplied, we should divide both sides by 2, right? So here n is equal to 62 over 2, which is equal to 31. This 31 is the solution of this equation. It's not the answer to the problem. But in the problem, it's saying that find two numbers. So dot, 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 our answers is if n equals 31, the first number is 31, The second number is 33. So these are the two numbers, the solution of this problem. These are just two simple examples. Now let's solve these questions. Celine, in each of the following, let x denote the unknown. Derive an equation involving x. So Celine, read A and tell me the equation.
When a certain number is increased by 7, the result is 18.
So we use
X
x,
by
right, to denote the
7,
unknown. Okay.
x by 7 equals to 18.
What do you mean by x by 7?
Like multiply.
No, it says that increased, right? Increased.
Oh, then 18 minus 7.
X plus 7. Because it says that a certain number. Do we know the certain number? I don't know. So let's denote that certain number by x. Okay, it says that a certain number that is unknown. We are looking for that number. So that's why it says that let x denote the unknown and derive an equation involving x. So that certain number, let's say this x, then when we increase this number by 7, the result is 18. So that is x plus 7 is equal to 18. Now, if you solve this equation, what is that? X is equal to 11. So if you increase 11 by 7, the result will be 18. Okay. Ibrahim, how about question B? Read it first.
When a number is decreased by 2 and the result is multiplied by 3, the final result, I can't see, wait,
Is 24.
is 24, okay,
You cannot see. Why can't you see? Why?
because the camera is like, my connection is very bad.
No, it's not
Sometimes
related to condition. How come some parts is visible and only 24 you cannot see? Maybe you need to move your camera, I think, to somewhere else. Anyway, so when a number is decreased, again here, a number, in English, we know that A is indefinite article, right? We don't know that thing. But when we have two different articles, A and the. These are the articles, right? Usually we use this A and N for indefinite things. It's not definite. We don't know what is that. If I say a plane, for example, what plane we are talking about, right? If I say the plane, you know what I'm mentioning here. And that's why when you just say that a number, we don't know what number is it. And let's say that number is X, because here suggested already, we are suggested to use this X to denote the unknown. Is decreased by 2. So first I have to decrease by 2. So that is X minus 2. I'm decreasing X by 2. And the result is multiplied by 3. The result is multiplied by 3. This is the second step. That is our result, and we are multiplying this by 3. And the final result is 24. So the final result is 24. Right? Now we have to solve this equation. I can just write this 3 times x minus 2 is equal to 3 times 24. If you divide both sides by 3, this 3 and 3, they are gone, right? X minus 2 is equal to 24. Sorry, not 24. That is 3 times 8. So x minus 2 equals 8. So what is x? X is equal to 10, because 10 minus 2 is equal to 8. Alekbar, do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How about C? Alekbar, can you read question C? Microphone. First, unmute your
Okay.
microphone.
See, when 5 is subtracted
Subtracted
from a certain
a
number
certain,
and
Alekbar, a certain number.
uh, and then result
Result.
multiply by
result.
7.
The result is multiplied by 7. The final
The
result
final,
is 63. Okay, when 5 is subtracted from a certain number, what is the certain number? We don't know. Let's say it is x. So we are subtracting 5 from this number. So that is x minus 5. And the result multiplied by 7. So this result is multiplied by 7.
7.
And the final result is 63. Right? That is the equation for this problem. Now we know how to solve this. 7 times x minus 5 is equal to 7 times 9.
Times 9.
Okay, this 7, if you divide both sides by 7, it is gone. And here we have x equals 9 plus 5. Dot, dot,
14.
dot. So that certain number, unknown number, is 14. Selin, do question D. Read it first.
When a certain number is subtracted from 24 and the result divided by 5, the final result is 4. So 24 minus x and divided by 5 equals to 4.
Very good. So we are subtracting a certain number from 24 here. But the result is divided by 5, and the final result is 4. And to solve this, we should multiply both sides by 5. 24 minus x, 4 times 5, it is 20, right? So what is x? X equals 24 minus 20, which is equal to 4. Dot, dot, dot. The solution, I mean, the certain number is 4. Ibrahim, where did he go? Okay, Selin, also, can you do E?
The sum of three consecutive numbers is 63.
So consecutive numbers, right? These are 1, 2, 3. These are consecutive numbers. If the first number is x, second number should be x plus 1. Next number should be x plus 2, right? So we are talking about these 3 consecutive numbers, because we are not saying here odd or even. That's why here the difference between these two numbers is 1, because by just adding 1, right, we are obtaining the next terms. So the sum of these numbers, right? So that is x plus 1 plus x plus 2 is equal to 63. So from here, if you just simplify x plus x plus x, that's equal to 3x. 1 plus 2, that's equal to 3. On the right hand side, we have 63. And takes 3 to the right hand side. 3x equals 63 minus 3. Now what is x? 60 over 3, which is equal to 20. So it says that, okay, if we have to find these 3 numbers, then dot, 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 those numbers are 20, 21, and 22. And also always check and look back, okay? And what is asked in the question? Just solving the equation, it doesn't mean that that is a solution to the problem. Because now we have, after solving the equation, we have to read the problem again, what we are asked to find here. Okay, we are not asked to find only one number. Here, we have to write 3 numbers. Okay. Next question. Ibrahim, where are you? Okay, Selin, let's continue with you then. After that, Alekbar, do question F.
One number is bigger than the other number by 3, and the sum of these two numbers is 43. So x.
If the first number is x, the second number is
plus 3.
X plus 3. So we are talking about these two numbers, right? Okay. Then?
Equals to 43.
So the sum of these two numbers, so that is x plus 3 is equal to 43. Or here 2x equals 40. What is x? Is equal to 20. So we are talking about these two numbers, 20 and 23. Ibrahim, your turn. Do question G.
Okay, 6 times of a certain number is 16 more than twice the number 6 times
So 6
x
times. It's certain number, right? What is this number? We don't know. Let's say it is X. So 6 times. So
6 multiply
times
x
X is
is
16 more than twice the number. What does it mean?
32.
So actually 6 times of a certain number is 16 more than twice the number, means that is equal to twice the number is 2 times x. Actually this 6x is greater than 2x by how much? By 16. Right? That's the equation. 6 times a number is 16 more than twice the number. So now to solve this one, take 2x to the left hand side. 6x minus 2x, that's equal to 4x. And here we have 16, or x is equal to 4. So that number is 4.
4.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. Salim, Al-Akbar, let's do with you. Read question H. Yes, Al-Akbar. Can you read it first?
The length of a rectangle is 5
Rectangle.
meters.
Rectangle, Al-Akbar. Rectangle.
Rectangle is 5 meter
Meters.
more than
Meters.
meters.
Okay. The
More
length.
than
The
width,
length. Okay. And the perimeter
and
of the
the
rectangle is
diameter of the is 32.
32 meters. Okay, guys, in geometric problems, Salim, Ibrahim, Al-Akbar, always you need to draw a picture, okay, or diagram or any geometric figure. Since here we are talking about a rectangle, let's draw it first, and after that label their sides, its sides, and after that we can form our equation. It says that the length of a rectangle is 5 meters more than its width. So do we know its width? We don't know. Let's say it is x meters. So that at the time the length will be x plus 5 meters. And also it says that the perimeter of the rectangle is 32 meters. And how do you find the perimeter of the rectangle? It is length plus, what is it? Width plus width, right? Perimeter means the length of the boundary of geometric figure. So that's equal to 2 times length plus width. And that's equal to, what is it? 32. From here, 2 times, do we know the length is equal to x plus 5? That is x plus 5. And how about the width is equal to x? So on the right hand side, 32, I can write it as 2 times 16, right? So this 2, they are gone. And here x plus x, it is 2x. I also take this 5 to the right hand side. Here we have 16 minus 5. Now what is x? It is 11 over 2, or which is equal to 5.5. If we have to find the length and breadth of this rectangle, then dot, length is equal to x plus 5. That's equal to 10.5 cm. And how about the width is equal to x? That's equal to 5.5 cm. Okay. Now let's solve the last question. Oh, we have a lot. I don't think I can finish all today. We will continue next time. This I is the last question for today, and I will finish the class. The length of a rectangle is twice its width, and the perimeter is 54. Similar question. So we are talking about a rectangle. It says that the length is twice its width. So do we know the width? We don't know. So let's say it is x. Since the length is twice, so the length should be 2x. And the perimeter is 54. So perimeter is 2 times length plus width. That's equal to 54. From here, 2 times, what is length? It is 2x Width, it is x. On the right hand side, I can just write 54 as 2 times 27. So divide both sides by 2, so they are gone. And here we have 2x plus x, that is 3x is equal to 27. Dot, dot, dot. What is x? X equals 9. And how about the, sorry, actually, that's not the final answer. X equals 9. So if you have to find the length and width, length will be 18 centimeters. Width will be, what is it? 9 centimeters. These are the dimensions of this rectangle. Okay. All right, guys, we will continue from here. What time is it now? Okay, we have only 4 minutes left. Celine, Ibrahim, Alakbar, listen to me carefully. So now you just continue solving these questions, okay? And next Monday and Thursday also we will have class. And next Saturday, you are going to have a test. In test, you are going to have around maybe 15 or 16 questions, okay? All questions are from chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And also there will be some non-standard questions, okay? So, and also actually you will, how to say, Mr. Adalat will let you know about this. And during this time, you have to take this test at least once a month. Maybe I'm giving you some tests. These are small tests, okay? But next Saturday, you will have a big test. At least I want to see your progress, how much you're learning, how much you understand. Because every time I just talk here and just you listen, okay? And after maybe 1 month, 2 months, and we just check this and you didn't learn much. Because the only way to learn math is you have to solve as many problems as possible. Otherwise, we cannot learn math. We cannot improve this. Okay. So since also I'm spending a lot of time and also you're spending time, right? And also you're paying for this, there must be some, we need to get some result. Okay. So I will just keep reminding you, maybe I'll give you 2 more tests. You have the practice. There will be similar questions and how to do, how to submit. I will let you know next Thursday, okay? So next Saturday, you will have a test. Test time is about 2 hours. Guys, thank you very much. That's enough. I have already shared this homework 7, okay? In WhatsApp, also in the classroom, Google Classroom. You have to try to solve these questions. Okay, Ibrahim, you never submit your homework. Too busy?
Where can I submit,
What's up?
Mr. Abu
Take a picture, scan it, and send it to me.
Okay.
Okay? Well, thank you very much.
Okay.
See you next Monday, okay?
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.